in my life. I mean, like, dude, I was haul assy out the zoo. But, like, you know when you run and you think somebody's about to catch you and you feel it on your neck? Like, I was running, but I felt something. I was like, oh, shit. The gorilla about to grab me because it felt like somebody was doing this. And I was like, I got to do something. I got to get the gorilla off me. I didn't know what to do. I panicked, so I dropped my baby. I was like, ah. Man, it looked like an accident. Ah. They're like, you dropped your baby. I was like, I had to save myself. I didn't like that. I'm serious. My dad almost killed me one time. When I was younger, I couldn't swim. I didn't know how. My dad didn't believe me. This nigga argued me down. We had a pool. I'm sitting on the side of the pool. I got my feet in the water. I'm playing, having a good time. My dad said, boy, you better stop playing. Get in that water and swim. I said, Dad, I can't. I don't know how to swim. He said, you know how to fucking swim. Get in that goddamn water and swim. That's no damn serious. Nobody ever told me how to swim. My dad picked me up, grabbed me, threw me in 7 feet. As soon as I hit the water, I started to die immediately. Woo! 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 This is why my dad an asshole. This is what my dad said. Hey, you better not fucking drown. I said, what? I don't know how to stop it. When I tell you that was the most uncomfortable ride home I've ever had with my dad in my life, keep in mind I almost died. Whenever you come close to death, you become traumatized. Hard to get that shit out your head. I kept having flashbacks. We in the car, we driving home, I'm looking out the passenger window. I kept replaying that shit over and over again. I was like, no, 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 don't let me go, Dad. Don't let me go. Every once in a while, I will look at him. Why don't you believe me? I told you I couldn't. I don't know why. Don't make me laugh right now. This is exactly what my dad said to me. This is how my dad tried to make me feel better. This is exactly what he said. Look, don't make me laugh. This is exactly what he did. He was driving, right? He said, I almost lost you today, didn't I? What? What does that mean, man? It's my dad, though. I remember my dad took all the Christmas lights off the Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. Do you know how mad you gotta be to take the Christmas lights off the goddamn Christmas tree? Do you know how long it takes to take the Christmas lights off the fucking Christmas tree? And to keep the attitude that whole time? Yep. Y'all done fucked up today. Too late. Too late. Gonna be a dark Christmas in this bitch, I bet you that. Ain't nobody gonna see shit in this house. How many sets of lights I put on this goddamn Christmas tree? That was fucking crazy. My biggest fear is getting knocked out in front of my babies. That's a fear, man. As a dad, what do you do? What do you do when your kids come get you? Dad, they messing with me. Who? Them. As a dad, you gotta go whip whoever them ass is. That's your job as a dad. Yes, what do you do when you go down there and get your ass whipped? What do you say? What do you say to your kids? Dad, they messing with me. Who? Them. Stay right here. Hey, motherfucker. Come on, come on. Let's go. These niggas are real. Let's go. Hurry up. Get in the car. Was that a kid? Was that a kid? When we get home, I'm whipping your ass for putting me in that situation. I had nothing to do with that. I woke up this morning as a Christian. You don't do that to me. It's at the point now where I can't even let my dad watch my kids by himself. I gotta watch my dad while he watches my kids. Because he's done so many stupid things. I caught my dad giving my kids raw candy out of his pocket. Candy with no wrapper. It was loose. It was just in his pocket. He said, y'all want one of these? He said, peppermint. Goddamn peppermint. Where the lines at on that peppermint? He said, my jeans must have rubbed it off. Nigga, I'm not about to give my kids jeans out of peppermint. Fine, no for me. Take the peppermint out of his pocket, put it in his mouth. 5 minutes go by, I saw my dad take that peppermint out of his mouth, put it back in his pocket. Those were half sucked on peppermints.
can't see because of my face. Oh!
I was coming from overseas, and I didn't know how this guy got a machine gun on the plane. Everybody, give me fucking blow! Nobody look at my face! I started freaking out. Scared me. Why they coming? Over, there was one other black dude. I looked over at him, he was looking right in my face. He didn't say 2 words to me. He didn't even talk. I know he was talking. Some white dudes on the front of the plane seen us sitting like communicating that we understood the situation. We were both seeing the same thing. What we understood was terrorists don't take black hostages. That's the truth. I have yet to see one of us on the news reading the hostage letter. They is treating us good. We all chilling and shit. I'd like to give a shout out to Ray Ray and Big Steve and Jason Newport. You're not going to see it. Terrorists are smart. They know what they're doing there. They're terrorists. They know it's black people who've been carpenters. They called the White House. Hello? We have got 5 blood. Hello? Really some scary shit. I gotta tell you, Harvey Weinstein was probably the first person that I ever looked at a photograph of and was like, yeah, he rapes. I'm not sure this motherfucker has a choice. Not a handsome man. A lot of meat and extra skin on his face. Yeah, he's ugly. You know the sad part is, he's done so well in life, he probably doesn't know he's ugly. You know, when you're good looking, everybody will tell you, oh, you're ugly. You gotta figure that shit out for yourself. It's a lot of putting clues together who it is. Why am I not getting in the club? I got all the right shit. Brad Pitt doing that shit. You wouldn't hurt a beat. Real just come back down like, I got the ball. Yeah. And yet, it's important that I acknowledge, ladies, you are absolutely right. They gotta all be mindful of that, guys, because it's gonna happen to any of us. It happened to me. I didn't see that. See myself showing up. Hi, I'm here for my 3 a.m. with Mr. Weinstein. Hey, Harvey, I got your text. I'm here to talk about the script. Looks like it's going to be hard to read in candlelight, but I guess I can try. You sound like a fucking nightmare. Can you imagine this shit? Can you imagine this? Oh, believe it's wardrobe fitting. You gotta make life interesting like that. The shit is flimsy. Life is flimsy. You think you're gonna live with it, but it's dangerous out here. We know what's going on. I travel now, you know. I used to think DC had the roughest ghettos in the country. Nah, nigga. I have seen some shit now. Oh, there's some rough areas outside of DC. Yeah, everybody should go to the ghetto. I was taken to the ghetto one time. That's the worst. When you get taken to the United States, well, usually you want to know when you go to the ghetto, like, I'm going to see some wild shit. I got to prepare myself to see some crazy. When you're taking it's different. I had a limousine driver. It was after a show. It was late at night. It was like 3 in the morning. I had a limousine driver. He was nice guy. I was talking to that shit. Oh, hey, where you from, dog? DC? Where? That's a real city, man. And the cell phone started ringing. Hold on, what's up? Hello? Oh, what's up, nigga? What? What the fuck? Slow down. What the fuck? No! 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 Fuck that, nigga! Fuck it! I'm on my way! Hey. I gotta make a stop real quick. At 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know he was taking me to the ghetto at first. I started looking out the window. I was like, what the fuck? Gun store, liquor store, gun store. Where the fuck you taking me? This don't look good. He didn't say shit. Just pulled up to an old building that looked like a project. Now, I've never been there before. I'm not sure if it was a project, but it certainly had all the familiar symptoms of a project. A fucking crackhead ran this way. And then another one jumped out a tree and shit. And I said, I'll be right back. Excuse me, mister.
It's been kind of nice.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, in front of a project in a fucking limousine. This was not good. I was like, man, I gotta look around and see if I can see some landmarks and figure out where I'm at. I have to escape on foot. Now, this is when I knew I was in a bad neighborhood. You only see this in the worst neighborhood. Remember, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I look out the window. There was a fucking baby standing on the corner. And the baby didn't even look scared. He was just standing there. I mean, it made me sad. Really. You know, because I wanted to help the baby. Well, I don't trust you either. I'm sorry. Click. Click. The old baby on the corner trick, eh? You're not gonna fall for that shit. Where's this limousine driver? You know, I start feeling bad. As time goes by, I start feeling worse. I mean, what is wrong with me? What the hell is wrong? I'm scared of the baby. And this baby could be in trouble. He might need my help. I gotta do something. But I wasn't gonna get out the car. I'm serious, man. I just cracked the window a little bit. There's an old limousine. I could roll it down.
Ooh.
Hey, baby. Baby, go home, man. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. What the fuck are you doing now?
4 shots.
So they said, I'm selling weed. Nigga, I said, oh. I wasn't expecting that. I'm serious. I had to buy 2 bags from the car. Let me get two points. Got back in the car and rolled me a joint, man. That shit was scary, man. Every once in a while, like a crack kid was coming to the car. And looking in the window, it was like Jurassic Park and shit. He'd be looking all the car. Hey, get out of here, Cracky. Man, baby was still standing there, man. Then I started feeling bad again. Yeah, we make it together sometimes. Man, what is wrong with me, man? From an infant. I can't condone this thing. Hey, what am I thinking? I can't let the fear ruin my morals. Gotta do something. Hey, baby. Stop telling me, all right? You got your whole life ahead of you. He said, fuck you, nigga. I got kids to feed. I was like, God. Sam. And this is that very moment when the crackhead was running across the street and got hit by a car. I know it was a hit and run. The police did it. It's all right. They sprinkled some crack on him and got back up. I almost protested the war in the beginning. Almost. Until I saw what happened to them Dixie chicks. I said, fuck that. If they'll do that to 3 white women, they will tear my black ass to pieces. I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah, man, they would. But I'm like, for real, why you care so much what the Dixie chicks say? It's not like they political scientists and then they just bitches that can sing good. You know what I mean? Stop worshiping celebrities so much. Just don't listen, pay attention. I remember right around September 11th, Ja Rule was on MTV. That's what they said. We got Ja Rule on the phone. Let's see what Ja's thoughts are on this tragedy. Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this, nigga? This is ridiculous. I don't want to dance. I'm scared to death. There's some answers that Ja Rule might not have right now. I think when bad shit happens to them in the crib, like, oh my God, this is terrible. Could somebody please find Ja Rule, get hold of this motherfucker so I can make sense of all this. Where is Ja? I need Ja Rule.
Introducing the champion. You got something nice for me, won't you?
Yeah, I'll be seeing that kind of shit, man. It's what it is. They use the TV to program us from a young age. You ever watch like a cartoon that you was watching a little as an adult? Wild shit. Some wild shit. I mean, like I was with my nephew. Sitting there, we watching Pepe Le Pew. I said to my nephew, I said, I'm paying attention to this guy because he's funny. I used to watch him when I was little. And we watched Pepe Le Pew and I'm old.
Get ready. Moving on.
What kind of fucking rapist is this guy? Like, take it easy. My nephew was sitting there cracking up. See, sometimes you gotta take the pussy like Pepe. Like, oh. I had to turn the channel real quick. I turned on Sesame Street. I said, oh, Sesame Street. This is much better. You know, learn to count and spell. Now I'm watching it as an adult and I realize Sesame Street teaches kids teaches kids how to judge people and label people. That's right. They got a character on there named Oscar. They treat this guy like shit the entire show. They judge him right in his face. Oscar, you are so mean. Isn't it, kids? Yeah, Oscar. You're a grouch. Like, bitch, I live in a fucking trash can. I'm the poorest motherfucker on Sesame Street. Nobody's helping me. Then you wonder why your kids grow up and step up a home.
Oh, what the?
Get a job, grouch. Don't even tell me how to get the Sesame Street. Like that, fucking 6-foot pigeons walking around. Elephant that's a junkie. Yeah, that's right, nothing. The Roy bird of a singer. There's a smack bird.
Nice.
The Cookie Monster with eyes popping out his head. Cookie, like, ugh.
Attention.
How many cookies are you talking about? Chocolate chips on the bed. And then had the nerve to put a pimp on there. they didn't come out and say he's a pimp, but I know a pimp when I see one. They called him the Count. Had a cake and everything. You just see him pimping. Bitch, where is my money? You've been late 4 times. I've been counting. How many times must I smack you before you act right? 1, 2, 2 smacks. That's what I'm waiting for. The timing of this Michael Jackson shit is what makes me doubt it. Every time war is going out of control, or the economy gets bad, or something is wrong with the world at large, it's always these moments in history that Michael Jackson will coincidentally jerk off a kid. This is getting ridiculous. Are you planning this shit? Do you have meetings?
Michael, thank you for coming. As you know, Michael, the war has not been going as well as we expected. There's been a lot of hiccups, and the public is asking us a lot of questions, of course. And, well, Michael, there's no nice way to say this, and all I know how to do is be direct. Just be direct. We're going to need you to jerk off another child, Mike. I'm sorry. I am sorry. It would really help out.
Drop shots and copy that.
Or maybe he did it. Who knows?
First.
Who knows? That's the thing. That's what I wanted to say. Who knows?
This might be a good place to land.
Mike, God, and this little boy know. That's about it.
Let's make a choice.
That's about it.
Land here.
Only reason that I can even
After this,
talk about this
we
shit
should hang out.
is because everybody is speculating.
That was
Y'all
impressive.
think he did it.
I hope my
don't
creator
think he
saw
did
it.
I'm alone.
Going to.
I don't think he did it.
Hold your
I'm not gonna
breath
say
if
I
you
don't
have
think
to
he did it.
breathe.
That's too strong.
Let's explore this way.
Let me just say I'm reserving judgment until all the facts come out. So far from what I heard, the kid said he was dying of cancer. It was the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He claims he had 2 weeks to live, and it was his dying wish to meet Michael Jackson.
Oh, what the
Come on, man, give me a break. This kid's 10 years old. You don't remember Thriller? The fuck you want to meet Michael Jackson for, honestly? I remember Thriller, and I just kind of want to meet this thing. I wouldn't break an appointment to meet him. I'll put it that way. I'd have to already be free. That's ridiculous. That's like if I'm down in 2 weeks ago. Oh, mama. Oh. Get me in a room with Chubby Chubba. I wouldn't want to meet that motherfucker. My last 2 weeks. Why not Usher or somebody like this?
You lost this one.
So then the kid claims he goes to Michael's house. This is where it all gets crazy. Does everything you expect from Michael's house. They climb trees and rode roller coasters and Ferris wheels. The chef made cookies, pies, and cakes. They was pet the monkey, giraffes, sing songs, kid shit. And in the middle of all this childlike activity, for some reason, Mike pulled out some wine and some pills and sucked this kid's dick. Folks, it hurts me to say it. And the kid had the nerve to call that abuse. Motherfucker, that is a good host. God, that's what you want. What else do you want? I'm not going to get a glass of grape drink at my friend's house. Let alone a roller coaster ride and my dick sucked. Mike must be confused like I brought you in my house, I fed you, I sucked your dick, and this is how you repaid me, motherfucker. This was your wish, not mine. Thought you were dying in 2 weeks. What happened to that motherfucker? I've been in court for a year and a half. You get stronger every time I see you.
Give me a sec.
This is fucked up. I shouldn't even say this, but wouldn't it be some ironic shit if they found out through this case that the cure for cancer was Michael Jackson sucking your dick somehow? Like if Mike had powers like Green Mile, and all the kids like, please, Mike, suck our dicks. Never again. You didn't appreciate it.
It's not safe here.
Can we at least study your saliva? Please, Mike.
Oh my God. But there's a more important reason that I would stop doing comedy right now. And this reason is the real reason that's been percolating. And it is the crowd, not you. I'm talking about the crowd on the big stage. It's too hard to entertain a country whose ears are so brittle. Motherfuckers are so sensitive, the whole country is turned into bitch-ass niggas. Everything you say upsets somebody. But motherfuckers are just taking it too far. I don't know why or how everybody got this goddamn sensitive. You know who hates me the most? The transgender community. Yo, yeah, these motherfuckers. I mean, I didn't realize how bad it was. These motherfuckers are really mad about that last Netflix special. It's tough, man. I don't know what to do about it because I like them. I always have. Never had a problem with them. You know, just fucking around. As a matter of fact, I think I make fun of everybody. And I mean, as a group of people, they have to admit, it's kind of fucking hilarious, man. I'm sorry, bro. It's like, I've never seen somebody in such a hilarious predicament not have a sense of humor about it. They're born feeling like there's something other than they're born as, and that's kind of funny, you know. I mean, it's funny if it's not happening to you. I believe transgenders. I don't understand them either, but I know they mean what they say. Them niggas cut their dicks off. That's all the proof I need. I've never seen somebody just throw their dick away. Don't need it. I don't understand, but I believe you, and I support your decision, motherfucker. I was doing a show. I was in Portland, Oregon. And I was checked in a hotel under the name Charles Edward Cheese. I came back to my room late at night, and there was a note, it was like a letter on my desk. It was addressed to Mr. Cheese. So obviously, I'm going to assume that whoever wrote this letter must be an intimate friend of mine. It's not some kind of name that a person would just guess. But then I open the letter, and it turns out I don't know this person at all. It's a fan letter. You know, I'm not even used to the idea that I have fans, but I'm grateful for it. And I don't read those letters. It'd be nice if I did, but realistically, it's like, with my Santa Claus, nigga, I don't have time for this. Got shit I want to do. I'm trying to chill. Read all these dreams and wishes from strangers. But I read it. I'd already opened it. So I just read the whole letter. And you know what, man? Whoever wrote this letter truly loves me. I mean, they were really fucking nice in the letter. And then they described to me what it was like to come to the show. How excited they were. How much fun they were having. And then they said that when I got to my jokes about transgenders, that they were, quote, devastated. Because it turns out that whoever wrote the letter was transgender. Now, I'm going to be real for a second. As a policy, you got to understand, I never feel bad about anything I say up here. And I would never admit this to you if I hadn't locked your phones up. But it was the weirdest thing. Like when I read this letter, this shit made me feel bad. I didn't feel bad about what I said. You understand? I felt bad that I made somebody else feel bad. To be honest, I don't even know what I said that upset that person. I have so many transgender jokes. But I feel like it was probably this joke I'm about to tell you right now. And it's not even that bad of a joke. It's a true joke. I mean, it's not true, but I had read in the paper that Caitlyn Jenner was contemplating posing nude in an upcoming issue of Sports Illustrated. And I know it's not politically correct to say these things, so I just figured, fuck it, I'll say it for everybody else. Yuck. You know, sometimes I just want to read some stats. I don't know why you're going to cram some man pussy in the middle of the sports page like this. I just didn't think that was the place for it. But I wasn't saying anything like Caitlyn Jenner's a bad person. I'm not mad at her for doing it. I'm not even mad at Sports Illustrated. If I'm mad at somebody, I'm probably just mad at myself. You understand? 'Cause deep down, I know that I am not strong enough to not look at those pictures. And I don't think I'm ready to see what she's trying to show me. So Caitlyn, goddamn, if you go through with this thing, bitch, you better go hard or go home. I want you to go all the way. Hustler style. Do you know what hustler style means, miss? That means spread the lips. How she spreads her lips and there's a itty bitty dick inside. The show is behind the curtains.
Come on.
I don't know what I said that upset that person. You know, I can remember when it all started. It was when I was doing Chappelle's show. When I was doing Chappelle's show, I used to do the show, and then on the weekends I do like concerts and shit like that. So I'm doing a concert, and there was a couple on the front row, beautiful couple. The wife was obviously Asian. You could see it in her face. The husband, this motherfucker was mysterious to say the least. Couldn't quite pinpoint where he was from. Caramel colored fella, very nice hair, but he could have been from anywhere. Bangladesh, Mexico. I can't guess with a nigga like this. All I knew was sure about this guy is that his wife was a bitch. I could see that in her face too. No, he was laughing and having a good time, and she was scowling at me at a goddamn comedy show. I couldn't figure it out. And then I realized at one point she was pregnant, and I was smoking on stage. I said, oh my God, that's probably why she's mad. So I started to put my cigarette out, but then she hit me with my face. Now I'm smoking away. So I just kept smoking. I thought to myself, bitch, that baby will be fine. Relax. And I tried to break the tension. I just asked her, that's all I said, hey, where are you guys from anyway? And I could tell that she was on to me. She goes, very condescendingly, she says, I'm from California.
Oh, shit.
If you are asking my ethnicity, I am
No
Chinese.
way.
It was just cool about it. So he was like, I'm Mexican, bro. I said, well, I'm sorry if I offended you by asking, but you're a very beautiful woman. On this, there's no question that you're going to give birth to the hardest working baby this world has ever seen. That's not a bad joke. She got very upset. She got up to leave immediately, but she didn't just leave. She had to take one last dig at me on the way out. I will never buy one of your fucking DVDs again, Dave Chappelle. I said, ma'am, with all due respect, time to go buy these. Oh! And the crowd went crazy. We all laughing, having a good time. I didn't even think anything of it. And then just 3 days later, this lady sends a fucking letter to my promoter telling him not to book me for shows anymore because I was, quote, racist, you know? And I'm quoting her, insensitive to the nature of my interracial marriage. I was like, oh, word, bitch, I was. If she had just done a little bit of research, she would know that I myself am in an interracial marriage. That's right. In fact, my wife is Asian too. Surprise, bitch. I'll see you on Thanksgiving.
Oh,
My wife's not Chinese. She's Filipino. That's right. And our kids are Puerto Rican somehow, so there you go. Heard it's great. No, for real. Mel Gibson told me, so you gotta go. I've never met Mel Gibson. He is. No, Mel Gibson is an incredible filmmaker, and he's the only guy that beat the American Media Machine. It's a very difficult fight. I've tried it, and I lost. Oh no, they'll work it good. They can't even bug the system just a little bit. Look at Britney. Britney Spears just wanted to have a couple babies. Look what they did the next one. She had to shave her head just to eat off her pussy for a minute. I mean, it was like all that shit happened. Some people know how to beat it. The politicians, they can beat that shit. They get caught. Remember Gavin Newsom, he was the mayor of San Fran, right? So he gets caught fucking his campaign manager's wife. They were like doing blow and all that shit. It's pretty old. I like Gavin Newsom though. That's fucked up. You know what I mean? This is campaign man. His whole job is to be like, this guy right here is a hell of a guy. It's a pretty dirty dog, right? So, but he got away with it. He's still like Teflon politician. And you know what he did? Check himself into rehab. That's the move. America. I don't know what it's like in Britain, but in America, it's secret celebrity system. Rehab is base. For regular people, that's like you got to go there and get better and shit. But in the media style, like years up, the San Francisco Mirror, Gavin Newsom, base nigga. Woo! 60 days. I got 60 days. I want to hear it. And I didn't know about rehab when the media got me, and they hit me with the crackhead rumor. That shit was fucked up. I'm a skinny black dude. I can't defend myself. It's hard, you know, people just believe that shit. It's very hard to defend yourself from that, man. Who else got in trouble? They get everybody. Elliot Spitzer. I actually like Elliot Spitzer, too. I got a lot to say about that. I'm not... I should just... Come on, man. Can't anybody... Am I the only one that can... Can you see the codes, Sherrod? You see the codes. You see the codes, right? It's always about something. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you actually understand what I'm saying?
They all play that same game.
It's not Elliot Spitzer, though. It's that dirty-ass system. Everybody gets in trouble, but not for the same kind of reasons. I can't explain it. It's a very big idea, and I don't know how to distill it without sounding like a crazy conspiracy nut. But it's not a conspiracy. It's an actual fact. You ever read this thing about Lincoln and Kennedy? Somewhere on the internet, you'll find that it's a list of similarities between, like, you know what I mean? Like Abraham Lincoln's secretary's last name is Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary's last name was Lincoln. I used to be an usher at Ford's Theater where Lincoln got shot when I was in high school. I had nothing to do with the murder. But I just pay attention to these types of things. You know what I mean? Like the way they be trying to roll Barack over like he's Martin Luther King. That's a complete media. I didn't draw that line. Martin Luther King was not an elected official. He wasn't. He was a chosen official. But he was not an elected official. That's the difference. Someone sees a young preacher this charismatic, they say, you know what, this guy could actually lead our movement. And at first they asked me, they said, I don't want to do it. They said, why don't you want to do it? Because I'm 22, bitch, I'm getting pussy, I'm having fun. eventually he's going to understand like this movement is bigger than him, and yet may not have been the same movement without just that one individual. Now, okay, here comes Barack. Barack runs, and it was just that shit happens. You know what I mean? Can't explain. Yes, I can. Barack runs against John McCain, right? Barack's campaign song is Stevie Wonder's Sign Seal Delivered, I'm Yours, right? Stevie Wonder sponsors a bill for the Martin Luther King holiday. John McCain is from the only state that refused the Martin Luther King holiday, the state of Arizona. Anyway, the point is, it's the same shit with all these people. Elliot Spitzer. Elliot Spitzer, how could he go to a call girl after he was busting prostitution rings in New York? I'll tell you how. Because he was the fucking attorney general. If you're the attorney general and someone puts a docket on your desk, he can't be like, I can't bust these people. I buy pussy. He just has to go and prosecute the case. That's his job. He wins cases. Of course, he's going to have political aspirations because he was good at what he did. And then Nas, remember when Nas went crazy on the radio and he said, Hot 97 is taking money to play these records, da-da-da-da-da. And everyone was like, nah, this is insane. And Elliot Spitzer was like, I'm going to look into that. And Elliot Spitzer went in there and he was like, hey, these guys are taking payola. And they fucking ended the practice, the age-old practice of payola in radio. And then years later, he's going to get busted at the fucking Mayflower Hotel in Washington, D.C. buying pussy. Let me tell you something. I'm from D.C. You know Mayflower Hotel? That's where Marion Barry was smoking crack while he was fucking a girl that wasn't supposed to be. The point is this. Getting caught with a call girl at the Mayflower Hotel is like getting caught with a cheeseburger at McDonald's. Nigga, that is where you're supposed to do those kind of things. And then the girl comes out with a MySpace page, and she's like, oh, the reason I'm sucking all these dicks is because I was trying to work on my music career. I'm a musician. I said a magician. She said musician, but I heard magician. Ladies and gentlemen, for my next trip, I'm going to suck a record contract out of an attorney general's dick. Ta-da, same label as Nas. And you know what's so crazy about that shit? Which brings you back to the whole thing I was saying in the first place? Is that Elliot Spitzer was going to get prosecuted under the Mann Act. And that says it all. You know the Mann Act? The Mann Act? The Mann Act. Sherrod, you don't know the Mann Act? You better know. In your line of work, you need to know these things. The Mann Act is the law that says it's illegal to take a girl across state lines for purposes of debauchery. The Mann Act was written to get one man, and that man was Jack motherfucking Johnson, the first black heavyweight champion of the world. He used to beat the shit out of white men and leave the arena with white women in the 20s. It was amazing. He fucked the whole Matrix up. When Jack Johnson won the world championship, he chased the white champion. Back then, white champions would be like, I don't fight black people. It's beneath me. But really, they were scared to death. Jack Johnson was huge. And you seen them old tapes in them boxes. Them motherfuckers had that style. Jack Johnson moved like a modern person. You know, these motherfuckers, if I had a time machine, I could be the heavyweight champion in the world. Is this motherfucker pointing his fist at himself? I beat the shit out of these guys. It was amazing. I mean, if you watch some of these Jack Johnsons, because back then, you know, they wasn't the same fight regulations. He would whoop their ass for hours. This was before cable television and all that shit. Them over just bop, 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 ew. I mean, it was fucking amazing. And then he would leave the arena, and he would openly have sex with white women all the time. Now, you think he would get persecuted for that, but they never touched him. Because the heavyweight champion of the world is the most prestigious title in sports. Period. You know who suffered for that? The white women. One killed herself. No, one killed herself. I mean, they fucking ostracized these women like you wouldn't believe. Just cut them off from everything they knew and loved for fucking around with Jack Johnson. And then They couldn't stop Jack Johnson. The headline of the paper say, Jack Johnson is it. They chased this nigga around. They made the man act. He had to flee the country. He was living in exile. Couldn't fight anymore. When Muhammad Ali saw Jack Johnson's story on Broadway, he said, that is my story. If you change white women to Islam, he said, that is my story. Right? Jack Johnson just got pardoned in 2005. Do you know who sponsored that bill? John McCain. Cleaning up from that Martin Luther King shit. I'm telling you, it's all fucking connected. It's a very flimsy system of pseudo or false morality. Is anybody in here gay? Get her! That's good. I'm totally joking. It's New York. Are you gay for real? Okay, so you know that gay marriage is illegal, right? Why do you think that that's illegal?
I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that.
Do you even care about marriage?
Yeah, I want to get married. Eventually.
To a girl or a guy?
Girl.
Just checking. Why do you think it's illegal?
People are scared of me.
You think so? Who said morality? You think so? I don't. Whose morality? Who said big business? She knows what's going on. Huh? Yeah? And that's all good and well. You see, here's the thing. No matter what your morality is, it's still a secular society. So even if gay marriage is against my own personal beliefs, I can't necessarily believe the government that would say we don't want to do that for moral purposes. Not why you fucking bombing Iraq like that. Sending motherfuckers to Afghanistan like that. I mean, you can't be hitting with all this dubious ass morality. They say morality because that's what their constituents need to hear. And because they think that's what their constituents want to hear. But honestly, Bill Clinton said 90% of the shit that people talk about has nothing to do with what the actual job of the president is about. You think the president be sitting around, what time is it, 10 o'clock? Oh, we got that gay meeting. Hey, guys, what are we going to do about that? I mean, they don't give a fuck about it. Who actually is going to give a fuck? Big business. And I have a whole belief system about that. I'll tell you part of it. All right, it's a tier. Listen, marriage laws are fucked up, my brother. I don't think that the government should have that much say in actually how people devise a marriage, because a marriage, right, devoid of any kind of religious belief or emotion like love, is a business contract. Period and simple. And tons of people in Washington or legislative bodies, even guys like Elliot Spencer that have wives and fuck prostitutes, live in loveless marriages. And they have these shits arranged because they're in such a high social stratosphere that they have to keep up a certain appearance. So why are they imprisoned by their own marriage? This is a form of economic slavery. And if you look at the way this shit happens, corporations were made legal in the United States by the 14th Amendment, right? Or 15th Amendment, which freed the slaves. And then under those rights, people said we want the same rights as those motherfuckers as collective individuals, right? And if you're a collective individual and two collective individuals want to do business with one another, one's masculine, one's feminine, so they define a marriage institution between man and woman. But what if corporations is gay? I'm just saying. What if Aunt Jemima doesn't want to be with Uncle Ben? What if Aunt Jemima wants to do business with Sarah Lee? Well, wait a minute. What if Uncle Ben wants to do business with Mr. Clean? That's all I'm saying. Guys, wait a minute. That's a little gay. I'm sorry, I thought that was funny. What if Aunt Jemima? No, that's what Mr. Clean was. Oh. Papa Ben. Come on, baby. Maybe I should have picked different companies. I put myself in a bad position. I'm just joking around. You're like, we don't want to hear this shit. It's just a conspiracy theory. I believe in aliens too, bitch. How about that? They're coming. Aliens, they're here. All that shit, fake. World Trade Center, fake. You wanna know who blew that shit up for real? I ain't gonna say it. But you know, it's my own personal thing. I don't even want to say that shit. You know who I think blew up the World Trade Center? Ashton Kutcher. He has been pumped. Why did he blow up the World Trade Center? I don't want to sound like a cynic. Shit was crazy. I don't know the truth, but I know who does. They know everything. Does anyone have a cigarette? Sure. Good on you, mate. I wish I had access to so nice. And I do listen to BBC News. You don't listen to the BBC. You're listening to the BBC. Listen to that whole time. GMT. Oh, that time say what time it is. It goes GMT. What does that mean?
No way, no way.
No. Greenwich. Oh. It's the center. Oh, okay. Meantime. Greenwich Mean Time. Is that where the phrase mean time comes from? Wow, you can tell that your country conquered a lot of shit. Greenwich Mean Time. I learn shit every day. It's Greenwich Mean Time. Have you ever heard that before? Yeah, bro, you ever heard that before? You're from Ireland. Greenwich Mean Time? What's so mean about it? The time. Oh, okay. Okay. You ever seen a guy's mind stretch? I don't do that 24-hour clock shit. I hate that shit. It's 1,500 o'clock. 1,500. No, I don't like that shit. That's when it's good to have them strippers around. Strippers are like the Google of the streets. Never seen someone answer so many questions without a crystal ball. It's true, it's amazing. Skill sets. Girls we had, I'm an accountant, dog trainer, every goddamn. It's amazing. Alright, it was something hilarious though. All this shit is depressing. Ashton Kutcher didn't blow up those buildings, by the way. I'm not gonna put that on.
Quit, baby.
Huh? American people. American person is one of the most lied to people in the world. That's our whole game. Because freedom is not a privilege, my friend. It is a fucking burden. Because a free person has to make choices all the time. And you can't make a good choice unless you have the information. And in America, it's not like China. You know, in China, when they had the earthquakes, you know what the headline was in the newspaper? What earthquake? They don't tell those people shit. In America, they'll tell you every goddamn thing, and then they don't prioritize the information. You gotta figure all that shit out for yourself. That's right. The war will be breaking out, and you'll be like, did Michael Jackson fuck them kids? Take a shuffle for me. Because we live in the age of spin. You gotta be so smart to live nowadays in the age of spin. You watch the news, that's not absolute truth. That is a version of the truth. People tune into the version of the truth that makes them feel more comfortable. Sometimes I watch CNN, I be feeling bad, and I turn to Fox. I creep for winning again. You gotta just switch frequencies. Shit is not the truth. All the time. They'll tell you the truth, man. Shit. That's why I like Anderson Cooper, because you can tell when he doesn't believe the story he's reading. He's just like... I just work here, Dave. Oh. Something to it. It's not that. You know what it is about the age of spin? Because they play so much words, I don't even know what the fuck anybody's talking about anymore. How can you actually know? How can you actually say it? It's like, you know what I mean? The way they, like, okay, Planned Parenthood, right?
Oh, my
Planned Parenthood is actually for abortions. It's for people who can plan shit. So you don't know if you're pro-choice or you're anti-consequences. More shit. If you think about them shits long enough, you'll go fucking crazy. And that's when you gotta find a stripper bill, bitch, explain this to you. You know the dark side. Semantics. Man. I know. Alright, I should get out of here. I'm freaking myself out. And I'm hungry. And I just got here. And then I was like, I got in the car and said, take me to the comedy club. And that's how I got here. I don't know. Like, what happened with you guys? You guys just decide, like, how do you decide to come here? Like, you two guys right here. I mean, literally, I look at you guys, I can't imagine what your story is, but I know you, like, okay, how old are you guys? You're 19, of course. They're too young to drink, but they just the right age to have a great ass time. I have been 19. I can't even fucking explain what that was like. It's great. I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, you know, I remember what it was like. I mean, I don't know what, you know. How can I explain what 19 was? How can you have a good time? Oh, that's right, you are Australian. You can have a good time without drinking, can't you? You have a great time without drinking. I do it all the time. I was in Saudi Arabia and I didn't drink the crap for a long time I was there. And I had a blast. Dave, what'd you do for fun in Saudi Arabia? What the hell? I drove an Escalade. It was 16-cent gas. That shit was great. Drove that motherfucker in circles. What oil problem? You gotta see it to believe it in Saudi, them motherfuckers. There is no gas station. You just roll out. Down the road. That shit was great. I went to Dubai. You ever been in this place, Dubai? How is it? Well, have you ever seen the movie Blade Runner? It's like that, but sunny, with no robots or problems. Oh, it was fucking great. And there's somebody building shit like you would. I mean, that shit looked like Lego, man. That shit was amazing. I'm not exaggerating. I seen a billboard. We driving down Sheckham Highway, whatever it is. They got a billboard beside the highway. It say, "We will build your skyscraper." I said, "Who the fuck is that for?" I was like, "Oh, let me get this number. I've been looking for somebody to build my skyscraper." Yes, could you erect a skyscraper for me? I saw your billboard. We're busy. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. When I was there, they had 212 skyscrapers in production. If you can imagine what that looks like. 212. You know those big construction cranes? Half of all those cranes that exist on Earth was in that city, building 212 skyscrapers. That would be like if somebody said, "I'm going to build Manhattan in the next 8 months." That's what's happening on planet Earth today. And another 45 minutes probably. They're all taking a break. And by they all, I mean the Pakistanis and Bengalis. That's the spill. Everything has a salt underbelly. Guess where else have I been? You guys are British, so you've been everywhere. I don't care how obscure a place is. I've never gone someplace and I've seen a British person. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Asia. I went to the Philippines. Who said that? Oh, you're Filipino? Oh, what's the other half? No, my wife is Filipino. Yeah, and my kids, you know, are Puerto Rican somehow. I don't know how that happened. I guess when we get together, we make Latinos together. Different words. They never even been born. Why did I bring? Oh, I'll tell you what. Have you ever been to the Philippines before? Okay, I went there and I like the Philippines. I was actually, you know, I did not enjoy the poverty. I shouldn't even bring this up. I'd say it if Sherrod was here. It's the kind of thing, it's like, you know, when you're a comedian and you see something horrible, you should just only tell other comedians about that. Because everyone else is going to, you know, we had that world view. I'll tell you, because you're all right. It's not funny at all. I'll tell you, it wasn't funny when I saw it. I'll tell you when it was funny. Okay, so we're driving down the street in the Philippines. It's like urban areas. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to Asia. Traffic, not so good. As a matter of fact, it's horrendous traffic. Small, you know, it's somewhat chaotic. For me, for my American standards. Excuse me, everybody. Whatever. Okay, you've seen hood movies, you picture bad neighborhoods, you've heard all these things, but you gotta see, you know, real poverty. Like when an American sees it, you can't help but be like, holy shit. Okay, so we made a couple turns trying to get out of traffic, and then we turned into it was like the real world, real poverty. What do I mean by real poverty? Well, there were tons of things that I saw in that instant. Like we turned the corner and all of a sudden it was like, I've never seen any of this shit before in my life. One of the things was, because it was an urban setting, you have to imagine it's a city, but there was a guy, and he was, it wasn't funny to me, it was not my initial reaction. And I need to tell you that, but you're a comedian, so please look at it with those glasses. This is like that Kramer moment I was so worried about. Okay, we turned the corner and there was a guy walking and he had no clothes on, right? Now, that shit could happen in New York, but the way he was walking was like he didn't have no clothes anywhere. Like, it wasn't like he was walking through some clothes he had. He was just walking like, I'm naked, B. So like, I know, now, it wasn't funny to me at all. My kids were in the back. They were like, oh, you know, they're like 5 and 8. Oh, like, all right, so now, their reaction to it made me want to just because they're kids. I remember it was like me and the kid, and he was naked, man, in the city, and all right. So I explained to the kids, listen, guys, this is what the world was like. There's people out here like There's grandmother's from there. She's explained to her mom. We all explained to the kids, like, oh, snap, okay. So then we come back to America. It's like 8 days later, and we split up. Kids go back to Ohio. So I gotta go to LA. So the kids are busy. I went to Hollywood for a minute, and then my wife calls me up. She's crying. I go, what's going on? She goes, she did it. I was like, who did what? She's like, Manny Pacquiao, he won. And I said, oh, that's fucking great. There's happy. She said, finally, feeling proud of Manny Pacquiao. And it was kind of touching the way she felt. And then she said he's gonna give his money to the poor. And then I said to my wife, and this one was like, I hope he buys that guy some pants or something. And she go out like, but it was funny because it was weeks later, and it was an emotional moment, and it was so emotional. I felt a little uncomfortable, so I just had to throw a little joke in there, but the guy was solving no pants. As a matter of fact, this show is dedicated to that guy. The show is to the guy. Not just my set, I'm dedicating all the guys to shows. It's uncomfortable. I really didn't have anything to talk about. See that Barack Obama, we can do this. That's going to be great. America's going to be great again. You'll all see. I don't even know what. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, this is the first time I really voted.
Check out this end.
I was in Ohio voting, so I said this might be important. As soon as I walked into the polling place, you know what they said? Barack's got another one, and I said, why are you going to assume that I'm going to vote for Barack just because I'm black? Because I'm also rich. Maybe I don't want my taxes to go up. That's my luck. As soon as I get some money, that's when it's like, get a black person, like, come on, Dave, let's be responsible. All right, Barack, all right. No, I'm glad to do it. They just raised my taxes. This is going to healthcare. I'm glad to do it. You know why? Because Americans should be allowed to be sick. I hope you have a good trip here. Do not get sick in this motherfucker or you will doom. We don't even give a fuck about our own citizens. You think we're going to help you? Have that Lords of London on you, we don't give a fuck. You gotta pay China back. And I've been to China. I saw the Great Wall of China. Have you seen it yet? Anybody here seen the Great Wall? You been to China? Are you Chinese?
No.
Oh, man, you must have been so jealous. Must get I'm just kidding. You guys got the demilitarized zone. That's great. I'm at the, what do you call it? What do you guys got in Korea? The DMZ, right? Something parallel. 45th parallel. It's a thin layer of America protecting. Did you like the Great Wall? It was amazing, wasn't it? You know why? Because it's the largest man-made object on Earth. That's what they said. And she claimed, the tour guide, that it's the only man-made object visible from space. I haven't yet to confirm that. I'm still getting my space money together, but it was amazing.
personally was amazed. Because I didn't know that the ancient Chinese people actually had Mexico. I'm not saying Mexicans built that wall. I'm saying Chinese built that wall to keep Mexicans out of China. That's a very advanced culture. America didn't think of that until 5 years ago. I was kidding. Well, did I make that up? I'm sorry, I thought we were going to build something in Texas. Was that me? Oh, no, that wasn't my idea, was it? Alright, that was an easy joke. It was wrong. And you know what? You know, if I was the king of the world, though, honestly, I would give illegal immigrants just enough legal status so that they could at least get a driver's license. And, you know what I mean? Call the police if something happens. You know what I mean? If you're illegally, you can't even call the police. Yeah, that was crazy shit. Look, I don't even want to talk. It's not. Listen, I'm gonna finish it right. You know what I'm saying? All right, you seen the paper, right? I shouldn't even bring this up because it's not funny, but it's just an illustration of where things are headed. And, you know, there's a high incidence of violence in America, right? And violent crimes and all these like extraordinary crimes you read about. And I personally believe that the reason these crimes happen is because our paper chase is so volatile that something about America is criminal to be poor. You know, make you feel bad, so bad it's like you got to do something still. Something very desperate about our paper chase, just culturally. I'm not blaming the government. I'm not blaming, but it's just evolved into that. Now, so I read them sometimes that these horrific crimes will happen in Houston, Texas. There was a serial rapist. Which rape, by the way, is never funny, ever. And the only reason I bring this particular rapist up is because all his victims were men. I'm not joking. 7 men. So you can't YouTube this. This is really 7 men in the Houston area came forward and reported this guy, which means he must have raped thousands. Because that is a very difficult phone call for a man to make. I'm just saying. It's not the same like when you get raped, ladies. There's no hotline or support group for that. When a man gets raped in our culture, you just gotta get up, walk that shit off like, got raped? Man, everybody up in talking about it. These guys don't really care about each other. America. I can't explain it. I don't know what a British dude would do. You might put it in America. You know what I mean? In Houston, Texas, I don't know you haven't been to Houston yet. That's not the shit. That's not. If dudes go out, like, okay, these two dudes might be best friends, right? They're gonna get out, they're gonna say, hey, let's split a cab home, right? They're gonna get, and his buddy gonna be like, he's gonna get out the cab, and before he even get over at the cab might pull off. His buddy's like, wait for him. They don't play that shit in Houston. Houston don't do that. Hey, man, just wait a minute. I get this. Now flick the porch lights on and off. You pull off, they'll be furious. Hey, y'all could have just waited for a minute before I got in the house last night. Man, we was tired, all right? Shit, we had to drop everybody off. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with me? I got raped last night, baby. This is American culture. So I can culturally profile these people. Culturally, I could make an educated guess that the victims of these attacks are white. And not any other reason except that black people have such a bad relationship with police in America. I don't think they would call the police. I think only a white person would
feel comfortable enough to make that phone call. The way the climate is in America, social, you know what I'm saying? It's just black people don't call police for anything. I live in a white neighborhood now. My white neighbors call the police for everything. It's amazing. Hello, police? Yes. My neighbor's playing their music very loud, and I need police intervention for this. I don't want to handle this myself. It's fucking amazing. I've heard black dudes getting shot. Oh, call Earl, quick. I'm gonna bring a pistol. Some shit's going. It's amazing. I just can't see that someone coming to the club. Oh, what's wrong with you? Oh, I got raped, man. Rape? Yeah, they raped me. Let me use your cell phone, man. Call the police so I can fill out a report. Call the police? Fuck that shit. Nobody raped somebody in our group. We're gonna handle that shit ourselves. What do you mean we're gonna handle it ourselves? What you trying to do? I tell you what we're gonna do. We can go to their neighborhood and fuck somebody in their crew in the butt. They will come out and be like, yeah, fuck that. You gonna get them motherfuckers. That's when I walk in. Hey guys, what's going on? Hey, Earl just got raped. Raped? Oh, they got me there. Yeah, man. We can go in their neighborhood and fuck one of their crew in the butt. That's when I had my voice at this moment. I can't get in that car, though, boy. What? He's gonna let my fuck around? He's not gonna do nothing? Hey, listen, man, all right? I got kids and I got family. I'm famous, all right? I got shit to lose. I can't be raping people every time I want to settle my differences. Why don't we just call the police or something? Can't call the police, man. Raped. All right, hold on, let's just think about this, okay? Shit. All right, look, I got some money, all right? Why don't we just hire some gangsters? Rape these guys for us. Then it turns into the Godfather. Go a little elevator, pay them gangsters off. And they be driving around the hood. There he goes. Hey, you, come here. Let me talk to you for a second. They want to buy some crack. Hey, what's going on, guys? And then they put him down. Pull his pants down. Pull down their pants right before they rape him. He says, Dave Chappelle says hello. Not an appropriate joke, I know. Male rape is on the line. It's not rape, it's not funny, but it's so bad that it's, you know what? It's the kind of joke that I would tell in the nightclub, but I would never tell the show hotel. Even though I ain't funny. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I have mixed feelings about it, because it actually happened, you know what I mean? And I want them 7 victims to be like watching it and be like, and then after I do this show on the television, and I might be doing a concert or something, I'll be walking in the backstage, and I'll be like, hey, Dave. And they'll come like, hey, Dave. And hey, man, like, they usually rapists. Thanks for the shout out. That's fucking awful, I know. I feel strange about this. The whole show has been weird. But you know why I'm doing it? For sushi. I had some sushi. I'm going to Tonight I am going to have sushi dinner. No, I'm going to go get sushi for myself. Hopefully it was somewhere. You know why? Because I live in a place in America called Ohio. Ohio is a great place. It's the birthplace of aviation. So they say. Wright brothers built their little plane there. Our license plate says it's the heart of the all, and our state motto is, with God, all things are possible. However, I tell you what's not possible in Ohio is getting a good sushi dinner because it's too fucking far from the water, and that fish be tasting funny as shit. So every time I come to New York, I try to get myself a decent sushi dinner. And I take a picture of it on my iPhone, and I send it to my wife with a little caption that says, "In your motherfucking face, baby." And then she texts me back, LOL, fuck you. So we have a better relationship. As a matter of fact, it's amazing that she's not with me. My kids think I have a good brother. Fucking awful. I mean, hey, let's watch some TV. Mom says we can't. That's crazy. It is crazy. I got one time, my wife, when we argue, everybody argues. But sometimes, like, I'll vent on stage. It's not cool. It's kind of unfair. But it makes me feel good. And one time I was doing this shit. And I guess one of her girlfriends in the audience text message her, and then she come to the show. With the kids. But I didn't know. It was her show. So, but then I seen her, and then I seen the kids, and then, you know, I had this ego thing. So now I feel like, well, I'm not backing in because the kids are here. They're going to have to learn somehow. Because now I just don't want, you know what I mean? Switch my shit up. It was crazy. It was the wrong stuff. Then after the show, we in agreement. All right, and I said, man, I'm talking about this shit. I want to talk about this shit. I was going like this, and my car don't stop. So then she got in the rattle. I get in the car, try to play like I'm asleep. Really, I was awake. I just didn't want to talk about the show. And you know who else was awake? My son, my oldest son, back. And I hear him say this, "Mom, what is pussy?" I felt awful. And then I had to hear my poor wife explain to her 7-year-old son. It was terrible. She was like, well, woo. I could feel her looking at me with hatred, but I was still fake like this. Well, son, pussy is what keeps this family together. I got some good jokes about it. Yes, I'm not ready for that. I'm ready for that sushi dinner. Spicy, tasty salmon with the crispy shit on it. What is it? You're probably right. In four places. Are you a chef or something? You just can tell. Yeah, it's good shit. It is really good shit. You know, when I go in a restaurant, and it'll be like, "Sir, put your shoes back on." Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, you guys. Coffee, oh, good as I just get into the whole thing like I pretend like I'm. I'm sorry, little fellas, but I know you're 19. You got a lot of adventures to get into. That city is calling. And you're probably too young to remember, but there was a song just about what you guys are going to do tonight. And it came out in the 80s. And it goes like this. You belong to the city. You belong to the night. some neon lights. And then there's the saxophone part. That's right, that's right. That's old school. You don't know about music like that. You're 19, man. It's amazing. You don't understand. You grew up with it. I'm just figuring this shit out. You got satellite television. You got a phone in your motherfucking pocket. I used to have a cell phone this big. If I talk for more than 25 minutes, the back of it get hot. You got these iPhones. I'm still impressed by that. Have you seen that shit? I could pull my iPhone out from the Batman. He'll be like, what the fuck is this? You haven't seen this yet, Batman? I could go 5 years back in time with my iPhone. And when I get back in time, it'd be like, what was it, 5 years? 2003. Okay, I go back, 2004. All right, I go back in time, right? And somehow I get access to a time machine. Now I go back in time. It's 2004, and I go to somewhere and go, hey, I want to get something to eat. What's a good sushi place? I don't really know my way around. I'm from the future. He's like, you are not from the future. I am too. Where you from? And I pull my iPhone out and say, I'm from 25 years in the future. They believe. But really, I'd be like, I tricked them. I'm only from 5 years in the future. Shit is right around the corner, motherfucker. By the hand. I tricked them. I'm only from 5 years in the future. The ring stuff was funnier today. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I thought that was. Yeah, something like that. I must have been like a Bruce on this motherfucker. You ever see them old Lenny Bruce tapes? Like at first he's all funny, and then once they start getting all that trouble, he's. I should melt down on the show. How about Joaquin Phoenix? What y'all think about? That was bad. All right, I watched it, and I watched that whole interview, and I said to myself, Joaquin Phoenix is a fucking genius. That was like the greatest press appearance I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, that shit was. Yeah, you saw it? What'd you think? Why? He was so what? He was not, no, he wasn't stoned at all. Listen, I've been high. He was in complete control of that situation. You understand? This is how brilliant it is. Basically, what he's doing is resisting every protocol of what it's like to be on a late night talk show. He didn't do any of the banter. He didn't do any of that, hey, good to be here, Dave. We got a new movie coming out. He didn't do any of that shit. But he's a completely different kind of celebrity than I am. By design of what he does. He's a fine actor. So you don't know what he's like. Only time you see Joaquin Phoenix, he's in a movie pretending to be somebody completely different. And he's very good at it, so you can't tell what he's actually like. So this is the first time he ever stepped out in front of his work, and he was like, made a point not to be charming at all. How have you been? Good. What are you working on? Music. What kind of music? Hip hop. And then everybody laughed and he goes, is that funny? I said, this guy's a fucking genius. 10 minutes on Letterman, he was on every publication the next day. He was in USA Today. Look how crazy it is. Everyone was talking about, he's a fucking nut. He must have been high or something. Joaquin was probably reading that shit like, I said, this guy is fucking brilliant. And you know who the guest on after him was? Exactly. Who gives a fuck what happened after that? Joaquin won. Check and mate. I said, that's the Mel Gibson playbook right there. Mel Gibson beat the game. Easily. in a move so weird and abstract, I'm surprised no one's done it since. This motherfucker made an action movie about Jesus. Check and mate. There's no answer to that. This guy took $20 million of his own dollars. He made an action movie about Jesus. And the movie grossed over $1 billion. He made $800 million off a $20 million investment. All in, he probably made close to $1 billion off a $20 million investment. Do you understand what that will do to your life? Do you understand how much money $1 billion personal dollars is? It can't. It's enough money to get pulled over by the police in LA County and jump out of the car like fucking Jews. What's poppin'? Everything all right? He was like, you can't say that about the Jews. I can't. Base nigga, I'm in rehab. Game over. That had never happened before. And then followed that shit up with Apocalypto, which was fucking... That movie's great. Have you seen it? That shit is like Mexican Braveheart. That is the best shit I've ever seen in my life. I was talking like that for a week. Daga, cha. You wanna know why? Because he made a movie, a major studio movie. He didn't use one Hollywood actor in the entire movie. That's not cheap. That's amazing. He got indigenous people from the Yucatan to be in Hollywood. It's amazing. Can you imagine that shit? Just going to the Yucatan? Let alone going there to cast some movies, walking up to somebody in a thong. Have you ever considered acting? Well, my name is Mel Gibson and Passion of Christ! I've seen that! I'm tell you right now, if I had a sketch comedy show, let me tell you right now, if I had a sketch comedy show, I guarantee you, I fucking guarantee you, I would do the funniest Apocalypto sketch. You couldn't even fucking imagine what I would do. I got an angle on that shit. No, seriously. I got an angle on that shit that's so good, I'm like, nobody do that shit. Saturday Night Live, nobody would think of the shit that I would do. And it's so simple. It's right in the face. If I had a sketch comedy show. You know some funny shit me and my wife was talking about? This makes me laugh. You know that Beyonce song, she goes, if I was... if I was a boy, you wouldn't understand. Man, listen what she say. My wife say, you would never hear a man sing a song if I was... She said some worse shit than that, but I won't tell you what she said. But that shit was really funny. If I was a bitch, like, yeah. Oh my goodness. You know, I do. How long have I been on stage? Like 25 minutes, 30 minutes? Seriously, how long do you think I've been up? One time I did a show, right? It's not too long ago. And I lost track of the time. I did 7.5 hours, right? I walked.
Remember the...
Can I just say one thing before the show starts? These two women are so beautiful.
Unbelievable. That will haunt their friendship. That'll come out like 20 fucking years.
Remember the fucking bow?
Like in 2016 when you bowed. How do you know he wasn't talking about me? I've been battling with my girlfriend a lot lately. She loves to watch the Oprah Winfrey Show, and I love to watch her watch the Oprah Show. And then I wait for Oprah to say something that I don't agree with, and then I take it out on my girlfriend because I'm a jerk. So, Oprah brings out her first guest, right? She gives her this huge intro. She's written a book, she's been in a movie, and she does the most difficult job on the planet. She's a mother. So immediately I look at my girlfriend, I'm like, really? Being a mother is the most difficult job on the planet? How many moms died on Ice Road Truckers last season? You know, any moms get washed overboard on Deadliest Catch? No, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but which job would you rather have? You want to scoop crabs up off the bottom of the ocean, hanging off some rusty tugboat, catching that trap to the back of your head every couple of weeks? Or you want to hang out in the sunshine with a couple of rugrats? You know, you can send them to bed anytime you want on some trumped up charges. Yeah. Trumped up charges, yeah, because you want to have a drink and watch The Price is Right. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. No, maybe it is. Maybe it is the most difficult job. I mean, I thought roofing in the middle of July is a redhead. You know? I thought that was a difficult job. But evidently, these mothers, they're bending over at the waist, putting DVDs into DVD players. I don't know how they do it. How do they do it? Oh, the way they push that stroller with the round wheels. Yeah, and the baby in there. It's the most difficult job on the planet. Going to war pinned down by a sniper. What a joke. It's a joke. You ever burp a baby and forget to put that towel up there? Oh, there's another shirt you gotta wash, right? Oh yeah, lift with your knees and put it in that machine that does it for you. People, any job you can do in your pajamas is not difficult. Sure, it's draining, but come on, man. Being a stay-at-home mom, that's like my dream job. No boss, no time card, no taxes. You're off the grid. Hanging out all day, making grilled cheese sandwiches. Giving a puppet show, you dress like a dragon. Then some other adult comes home and gives you money. Yeah. The only thing I didn't like was that shot where he was playing hoop.
Yeah, it went viral, I think. He was playing basketball and he took a shot.
Yeah, he
went in.
He was playing with his black friend that he's paid to lose. Now you can't hear. You're blinded by the muzzle flash. This guy's coming around your bed with a sickle, and you're shooting the wrong way.
He's got a sickle? Is he harvesting wheat? What's he doing? What's he doing in your house?
You vote for that guy that says like there's a meteor headed right towards the planet. That's the guy you vote for. You go with the psycho, because there's no way there's any corporate money behind that guy, right? Like that guy is going to come on TV. He's going to come on TV like reading files from the Pentagon. Like, you know what else they're doing? Like just freaking people out. And as unsettling as that is, at least you can believe in it. You can trust it. You know, even when you finally get a break, somebody comes over to your house like the greatest oboe player, and you got to come downstairs and act like you care. Grimace, they put it in the paper. We're gonna join the oboe player. He doesn't like children. What is that gonna do? Didn't she, for the first 5 years, have like midgets who wanted to bang their mailman's boyfriend? And she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it, but she didn't have the power to say no, so she wrote it out. And then when she could make a good decision, She did her show, but she stood on the heads of those little people for 5 years until she got, and then she's sitting there across from this guy like, so how could you?
So you're saying that because you're happy that you think your wife and women in general...
They're jealous of it. They're jealous how simple the male brain is. That you can just sit there and be entertained and find true happiness. And it just bugs them, so they gotta ruin it. And they're slowly taking over the NFL. You know, all next month, once again, they're gonna dress everybody in the NFL like newborn baby girls. For whatever reason. Like I was watching the World Series. I'm in the middle of watching the World Series, and out of nowhere, they have this moment of stand up to cancer. I'm watching a ball game, and all of a sudden, everybody stands up, holding up a sign of somebody that they either know that's dying of cancer or died of it in the middle of the game. It's just like, what are you doing? Trying to watch a game here. You know, no, there's a time and a place. Look, I know somebody. All I know is the other one used to go to those Bilderberg meetings, you know, where they all dress up like yaks and have those eyes wide shut parties. So I didn't know what she was going to do.
Wait, Hillary Clinton?
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about?
That meeting they have underneath the mountain.
What are you talking
No, I'm just saying that I was on, you know, the internet, and I was reading that a lot of the money just goes into their pockets. So I was like, all right, I want to agree with that and say that that's true, and then repeat it on a
You have the anger of a 110-year-old man. All these telephones.
I work my ass off. I make a great living. I like doing the dishes. I'm a great dad. All she has on me, it's just, I don't know, like, my overall vibe.
That's it. All she has on you
is my
it's
vibe.
Your overall personality and vibe.
What kills me? I wish this guy
The essence of who you are is the only thing.
I was this guy when she met me. You know what I mean? Like when you saw the Jeffrey Dahmer movie, it wasn't like, somebody shoved a tuna fish sandwich up my ass, and I confused people with food, so I, like, they didn't make like a big excuse for him. You know? She was a psycho killing people, and she should have died. But I'm like watching and feeling guilt. Do they ever take responsibility for their actions? Even when they're murdering people, it's somehow our fault. It's unreal. I feel like the roles were confined back then. Now, the guy has to throw the milk, he has to clean it up while telling his wife she's brave for just sitting there. Like whatever that is. Can you hear it? I know. Women are so overrated, right? We went from... Like, what they would have to do... I was telling my buddy the other day, like, what they would have to do to get me to stop watching. You know, like,
you love football. You love football.
The commissioner could literally punt a baby across his office with his wingtips on. I'm still going to watch on Sunday. I don't condone the man's actions, but it's football. I'm sick of Obama's wife. Yeah. This isn't some Republican rant either. It's just kind of first ladies in general. You know, I don't know what it is. All throughout my life, with each presidency, like these first ladies, they've just gotten more and more like chatty. You know, more and more chiming in, like leaning into the frame, spitting out their ideas. It's just like, well, why are you talking? Right? You weren't elected. Shut up. Your husband's not running a lemonade stand here. He's running the country. You don't just chime in. Let me guess, is this considered sexist? It is? Why? Oh, okay, you just nodded there, lady. Let me ask you this, all right? Let's say you had a leak in your house. Okay, you call a plumber up. He shows up, and he goes, yeah, I think the leak's coming from the upstairs bathroom. We need to shut it up, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden his wife walks in, who isn't a plumber. And he goes, hey, you know, I'm actually taking care of your eyes. Hey, would you be like, with all due respect, shut the up. I need a plumber in this moment. I'll extend an olive branch here. All right, at some point, there's going to be the first female president, right? Exactly. Which means at that moment, you're going to have the first male first lady, right? And when that happens, that dude needs to shut his trap. I don't want to hear a word out of him. I want to hear from the president. You, sir, go do some first lady stuff, all right? Go get yourself some gloves that go up to your elbows. Smile and nod during speeches. Go put your own flair redecorating the White House. Right? Which leads you to Michelle Obama, right? Now she's sitting there holding up those hashtags. Remember that hashtag, bring back our girls? Remember that? It's like, it blew my mind. It's like, why are you showing me that? I'm a stand-up comedian. Like, what am I going to do to get those girls back? Why don't you look across the dinner table? It's like, you see that guy? That is the leader of the free world. Tell him to pick up the phone, call some Navy SEALs and solve it. What am I going to do? Show up with a sharpened mic stand? Hey, Michelle said to bring them back! Oh, it's unreal. I'll tell you what kills me. Hillary Clinton might run. She might run. That blows my mind. I mean, she became a senator. She went from being the president's wife to being a senator. Just like that. Lateral move. That's like Tom Brady's wife become the next quarterback of the Rams. It's like, what, you hanging out? You just pick it up? I sucked at sports and then I banged Tom Brady and I don't know what happened. I just picked up a ball. I started lacing it. I'm leading receivers. It was incredible. I knew it was going to be like this. You know what's funny? There's actually people out there that think a woman being president is actually a good idea. You know? Can you believe that? See what they do? That'll do something. That'll change things. How? How the f*** is that going to change anything? Do you know what the president makes a year? The president makes $400 grand a year. That's it. He's trying to keep billionaires in line, making $400 grand a year. That's all he makes. He makes less than some people blogging on the internet. The president should have you money, right? He should be sitting there with his pockets turned and saying, I need your help to give me a job. Right? What do you guys all donate to the campaign? Is that what it is? So I got a dog recently. That's a big thing in my life. I went down to the pound and I got a free dog. That's how I say it. I don't say I rescued a dog. All right, it's obnoxious and it's not true. Sick of people doing that. She's a rescue. Yeah, I rescued her. Really? Did you pull her out of a burning building? My girlfriend actually, to be honest with you, got the dog while I was traveling. I was in a different state. My girlfriend got us a dog. Classic female move, you know? That's just a 10 to 15 year commitment. Why would you include me in that decision? There should be high top bars with like potato skins. Very Applebee's going out of business. Yeah, you have like that. I don't know if you're so happy time to bother. Like I get actually anxiety when people is happy too. I can't hit the ball back, dude. I can't sustain the coming to the net with the happiness. It's like it's over. Just smash it right at me. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Can these people see us as they walk by? I think it's tinted, but yeah, they can be weird. Well, it's like a Good Day show.
Ouch a little so they can't see it?
Yeah, those sad people who show up to the Good Day show at like 5 in the morning to stand there. Yeah. Hoping Ethel sees them.
Like from Kansas all the time, yeah. Well, thanks so much for being here. I love this show. You're one of my favorite comedians. I'm excited to talk to you.
Well, I'm excited to be here. These chairs are horrific. This is designed for like, I don't know what age. It's not like 6 to 8. Like when you're 11. This is like the perfect size. It's not quite adult size. It's not kid size. I already slouched. It's going to be a bad interview, dude. And I'm blaming the chair.
I slouch or go down like this.
All right.
Across the legs. Bill, are you the head writer on the show, or how do you work in the writers' room in the show? Because you write your stand-up specials, you know, obviously you're a writer, but you've never really written on a sitcom before. If you go through your credits.